Let's dive into some really cool solid ads. Today we are starting with Umai, a recipes manager for solid. Umai has been created by Noel de Martin and is hosted at umai.noeldemartin.com. It's the local first app. We could just start creating our first recipe if you would like, but since we have a pod already, we can connect it. Just enter solidcommunity.net as our pod provider, sign in, authorize the app, and here we are, ready to create our first recipe and add it to our pod. So I already found some interesting recipe online. Let's say a vegan pizza. The great thing is that we can just put this recipe onto our pod by copying the link, switching to Umai, and we need to create the cookbook, and now we can start and import a recipe from the web. Pasting the URL here and scan it, and Umai will discover the data that is stored on the web page, and you can import the recipe into the cookbook. And here we go. We have all the ingredients and instructions from the page. And we can then create the recipe and have our first recipe in our cookbook. And we also have the link to the original website in case we need to consult it. Now, what does this mean? Since Solid always stores data onto your pod, we will find this recipe also in Solid OS. Let's take a look here. It might be, we have the cookbook that was created by Umai is now available at our Your Stuff tab. We can go to the cookbook, open it in Solid OS, and we can find the recipe in there. And we can also use Solid OS to navigate through it, to always have access to the raw data that is stored in our pod. And we always can read the instructions also in here, like this step. And even if Umai closes down tomorrow, we can use this data, switch to a new recipe app, and continue to use our recipes no matter what. There's another app I want to show you, which is the PodOS browser at browser.podos.org. This is an app I'm developing, which is in some ways similar to Solid OS, but different in many regards as well. So let's sign in here with our pod, authorize, and so we can navigate to the cookbook here as well by providing the link, and also can find the pizza recipe in here, can navigate through the data and even render the recipe if there's still a bug with fetching remote images. But this is another way of showing the same data in different apps. But the most appealing way to show recipes or manage recipes is definitely Umai. I can really recommend it. I'm using it to store every recipe I come along on my way and store it with Umai to my solid pod to never lose it. There have been so many times where a website someday went down and one of our favorite recipes just was gone, only luckily retrievable by archive.org. But having it in your own pod gives you much control over the data and makes sure you never lose it. We can also create recipes on our own, like create from scratch and just give it a name, like pancakes. And you can write a description yourself, add ingredients, and so on, and save it. You can, of course, also upload images and all what you need. But in my opinion, the feature to import recipes from the web is really powerful and is really a very unique thing for Umai and for the Solid ecosystem. So have fun finding nice recipes on the web and store them to your pod.